redundant for a cat.
He's also the first cat who bothered to talk to us. That's useful intel.
True. They can communicate. They just prefer to open fire. So, what else is new?
That's it.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Nothing new.
Let's get this.
Let's stay optimistic.
Complete all scenes to unlock the alternate final
I'll
chapter.
be here.
Ooh. Story completion rewards. 1 diamond, another box. Ooh. A level 20 Batman head. I don't want that. I don't want Batman shit. Unlocked Brainiac. Yay. Play story chapters. So I have to beat that as Black Canary, beat that as Black Canary, beat that as Green Arrow, beat that as Black Canary. That's Blue Beetle, that's Firestorm, that's Blue Beetle, that's Firestorm. That's Cyborg, that's Catwoman, that's Cyborg, that's Catwoman.
Maybe Angara will let me pitch a 10 on Aya for the duration.
That's Black Adam, that's Black Adam, that is Black Adam, that is Aquaman. That is Batman, that is Batman, that is Batman.
If you're not careful, he might
That's
surprise me
Superman.
with your company. Alright, next time keep him on the line. I might have something to say.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
There you are. Gotcha.
Nice. Okay, 3 matches as Atrocitus.
Am I
Alright, let's
interrupted?
go to the Brother Eye Vault.
Nope. I go the way the wind
Time to
blows.
open some mad
You're
cases.
here now, so
2 golds.
go win.
Yeah.
Just dealing with some scourge issues. That Arkham fella tried to warn me.
Ooh, Aquaman.
Right into it, but you was, no. It was an act first, think later move.
3
I respect it.
blues.
Well,
Bane, Deadshot,
more like I
Scarecrow.
resemble. Hey, you play poker?
Open the Platinum, and the Platinum gives me...
Poker.
Whoa! Platinum's a mad thing.
It's an
A
age-old
Batman
business.
ability. Why does he keep giving me Batman shit I don't want?
Used to think
This is the
maybe it
cape
was my
counter
calling.
of the multi-hitting cape
Turns out
parry.
I'm just good at it. Never lost heads up. We should play sometime.
Cool. I got a Wonder Woman head, which I'm never going to use. Cyborg legs.
Maybe if we get a break from duty.
That's
A
kind
little
of shit.
distraction can be useful.
It's time to open my diamond box.
You might come back sharper. Next time we pull
The
that
diamond
back
box
on
was
us,
shitter than the platinum box.
I'm always
Okay,
in the mood.
great. Aquaman legs, I'll take it.
The Angara was super curious about the
Fair
ship.
enough.
You were pretty bold. Asked me questions.
What do you make of them?
They know their shit. Quick-minded, sharp. Make good
Nice.
allies.
Good talking to you.
Anytime.
Fuck. That girl with a black beetle. Smoke her on the brutal. Hey Luke,
Yo.
guess what?
What?
You're gay.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right?
We might have a problem. I was running some numbers, mass balances and such. The Tempest is carrying about 70 kilos of extra mass. I think something's aboard that doesn't belong.
Is it a problem that we're carrying extra mass?
Not mechanically, but with something heavy and unexplained. That's not good. Our internal sensors aren't getting anything, but they're not as powerful as a Pathfinder's scanner.
We're gonna do a quick round of the multiverse, and then I might go on Friday the 13th for a bit, 'cause that was fucking fun. Get this right, first game as Jason, I killed all but one guy out of a bunch of people I was playing with. My second game as Jason, I got all of them. 8 out of 8.
The charts off the next time we're there.
It was crazy.
Funny. A few months ago, that station was like a war zone. Flying was my only way to escape the chaos. Now it's become a haven, just as it was meant to be.
Nice and easy one, and it only lasts
Everyone's really
3
working to
hours.
get
Cool.
an exercise fee.
These are all any
Regardless,
difficulty.
the
This
worst
is a
threat to
5
the whole
plus just
initiative is
character.
still that
So I use my
You made the
lovely
I still see
Aquaman.
its crippling
Aquaman.
nexus in my memories. I had to train
I have to
other
take on the
pilots in
Joker.
hazardous flight techniques
Nice
just to
easy.
look for food and water.
Do you when I'm
It's a
playing something like
cage that
Aquaman
needs
it's
good
easy.
ships
Because I'm
and
mean
good
an
people.
Aquaman.
Helios won't be
Aquaman is
home
cool.
so long as it's a threat.
Aquaman's my favorite.
It's a huge space anomaly.
Green Arrow's pretty cool too,
It's
to
not
be
going
honest.
away in anyone's lifetime.
If we could somehow neutralize it, or if our ships had
Okay.
defenses against it. Still, that's what we do, isn't it? Find a way where there is none. Just see the nexus for proof of that.
Nice. 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 Destroyed him. Aquaman wins. Who's next? I don't know who's next. Give me an easy kill. One shot. One kill. Wonder Woman, I believe, is next. Yep. Let's kill this bitch. Now I'm gonna show you how to actually fight a Wonder Woman. Oh, okay.
No extra mass in the airlock. Too bad. It'd be easy to get rid of it.
There we go, my first arena transition. There we go, get fucked.
None of the equipment in here would produce extra mass readings.
Hey, get fucked. And another one bites, and another one bites, another one bites the dust. There's some Aquaman legs. Compared to equip, it's kind of shit. Because you don't get as much. All across the board. Oh, I should be using revision right now. But fuck that. Land 2 throws during the match. Oh no, it's against Bane and I've got land throws. Oh, there's actually some revision mark in here.
All the mass readings in here are normal.
Of course they are. Something up.
I hope not.
There's one. There we go, there's the 2 throws.
Got it. Suvi, that extra mass is behind the storage room bulkhead. It looks
Nice.
like a
Yield
construction
Poseidon's
mass
Wrath.
right into the hull.
Scanning the parts has activated an audio log.
I think I know what that's about, London. Come up to the bridge.
Ow. That's not very
Those
nice.
parts you found welded in the storage room. I recognize them.
From where?
They belong to the ship's lead designer, Lucille Diawara. She broke her back during construction. But Lucille wouldn't abandon her ship. She converted a construction
Get
knife into
fucked.
a rig she could wear. She must have welded it into the hull. Her artist's signature.
Pow, pow.
600 years later, the power's run out. Suvi detects it.
Sam, didn't you find an audio log with
Nice.
Lucille's rig? Can you play it?
Aquaman wins.
Well done. One of you Pathfinders got the Tempest. Mason Barra,
Who's next?
Zenithika,
I think that was
Shara, Alec
Green
Crawford.
Arrow.
You were the best of us.
Or it was me. It was Michelle.
That's gone. Makes you wonder how many other Pathfinders made it.
Oh no,
We'll
Superman.
find out. It's what you do.
Take care of my ship and each other. Whatever is in Andromeda, we're the Milky Way to them. We are such stuff as dreams are made of, and our little life is rounded with sleep.
I never thought I'd hear Lucille's voice again.
She really cared about the Pathfinders. Enough to give
Oh
them a
shit.
for luck.
Lucille made it a part of the Tempest. Let's keep it that way.
I'll see to it, Ryder.
Thanks. Now let's go
Awesome.
make her proud.
Oh, my back just. Oh. Ow. A bone in my spinal cord just clicked, fam. Oh shit, bro. Ow. That's not good.
I'm picking up something. Cold's launched. Tracking
There we
it.
go.
Mineral deposit.
Aquaman wins. Final fight? Oh god, it's against my old main, Robin.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go make a drink.
Wow. You might get beat by Robin. Ow. Wow. Oh, he's gonna use 4 bars. Don't answer to you, boy. Yep, just gonna use 4 bars. Nice. Oh, what? That didn't kill him? Oh no. Good shit.
I'm back.
Hello. I heard there's like a co-op mode to Mass Effect Andromeda too.
Yeah, multiplayer. It's like there's missions like when you're going through the story called strike missions where you can send teams out, but then there's Apex missions which are like the same as strike missions, but you can actually go into multiplayer and do them yourself against other people.
Oh no. Is there any like co-op campaign in it, or is it?
I have no idea about that, but I'm not touching multiplayer until I feel ready, type thing. Like, I'm still getting used to the game, and I'm like fucking 10 hours in. Very big game to learn. There's a lot to do. And like yesterday, after 8 hours of playing, I'm only 11% through the game.
Probes launched. Satellite detected.
I hear you, bro.
But that's what I like about it. It's such a big game, and there's so much different things you can do. So and that's why I bought it.
Fair enough.
And there's that system scanned. Oh god, I got like 4 more to do. Fun. Let's do this. Let's scan some shit and get resources and shit.
This pack's not giving me shit. Terrible what? Let me try gold. Gold's got to give me something good. Hey, we got an epic. And it's for Poison Ivy, of course it is.
What's wrong with
Got
Poison
Hero
Ivy?
Fighter. I don't mind Poison Ivy. It's
Oh,
just
how did I know
yes.
that would be an anomaly up there? Oh, how did I know? You can just tell with some of it. Fucking element 0.
Don't stop playing the game now, but is there like loads of cutscenes and shit I'm going to try and concentrate on? If there is, then I'll do that at another point.
Well, yeah. When you're talking to people, like, there's options on what you want to actually, like, reply. That's why sometimes you'll hear me go quiet, because I'm in, like, a cutscene. Like, now I'm just scanning shit, so there's no talking. But when I go quiet, it's very talking to people.
Yeah. Yeah, that was at YouTube. Don't care about this. Oh no, refreshed. Yeah, Friday the 13th being Jason is actually so much fun. I thought I was going to hate it because I was going to be shit at it. But I actually became a fucking beast.
What did you do on it?
I was playing. It's like, it's one person is Jason, right?
Yeah.
So they're like the strongest, they're OP as shit. And then you've got 7 other counselors who are like the characters that you play as if you're not Jason.
Yeah.
And you can choose between
so like in the
there's a
films
lot
where
of-
it's like at the fucking camp.
There's different maps and it's different camps, yeah. There's only a few maps, but there's a few different camps. I think there might be 2 or 3 or something. And there's
Shit,
different
what's the
playstyles
original
for
one
each
called? Camp New Lake or something, isn't it?
Crystal Lake. Crystal
That's
Lake.
the one. I was close, I got the lake right.
No, I'll give you that. You were good. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So these 7 people, these 7 counselors have obviously you start with nothing basically, and your character can have certain stats depending on what character you pick. And you start off, it puts you in a random spawn anywhere in the map, except away from. Obviously, it's got to be away from Jason's hut because Jason always spawns in a hut, which is located somewhere on the map. And I'll talk about that later. That's more of the confusing shit. And what you have to do is you have to find the nearest house to you and try and get as much supplies from all the different houses in the area as possible, like weapons. You can find first aid. You can find firecrackers. Now, all these weapon kind of things like firecrackers, flare gun, a gun, melee weapons, they can't kill Jason, but they can stun Jason. Which means if he's near you and he's about to fuck you up, if you're in a group of people, you can stun him and run the fuck away. And it'll stun him for a good like 10 seconds or something.
What, is there like a time limit that you need to get away or something?
No. There's a time limit that Jason has to find you and kill you, because you see, Jason's OP. So as the game goes along, Jason gets new abilities, and one of them that he gets really early on. I mean, the one that he starts with is he can teleport to anywhere on the map, like anywhere,
Fucking hell.
absolutely anywhere. But then as he goes up, the second one is he gets the sense ability, which means he can see obviously in a certain distance, because it's not going to let him see the entire map. In a certain area, it lets him see where the enemies are, or the counselors are.
Yeah.
And if there's someone in a house, the house will be highlighted in great big red, which means go in there and kill them. And if you just see someone lying around, you can go and chase them. Now, on that level, he's not that OP to begin with, but then once he gets like 1 or 2 kills in, he gets this other ability, which is like this shapeshift ability, which makes him like faster than a normal car, and he can just like go invisible, rush the enemy, and then like be right next to them, and then spawn and grab them, and kill them. And basically what the players have to do is either find a house with a phone in it, and then find a fuse for the box outside of the house, put the fuse in the fuse box, so repair the fuse box, use the phone in the house to call the police and escape with the police, or they can get a boat, repair it by putting fuel, a battery I believe, and getting the keys to it in it. I think there's different parts for it. You have to put certain parts in there, and then you can leave via the water on a boat, or you can fix a car by putting a battery, fuel, and getting the car keys and getting the fuck out in the car. Oh, you can also wait him out, so there's like a 20-minute timer on the game, each game. If you can survive for 20 minutes, or it's like 25 minutes something, you win. So you got all of that, and obviously you get put in random places in the map, and you can't hear each other, all the other players, until you get in range of them. So when you get close to a player, then you can start talking to them. You're like, hey, what have you got, what have you got? And then you start talking, and you're in this big race to try and get as much as you can before Jason comes and fucks you up. If you've got good gear, you can stun him and fuck him up. There's also this other aspect of the game where you can call someone called Tommy Jarvis, and he's from the films. If you remember Tommy Jarvis, and he's the guy that like kills Jason.
Yeah.
So he rocks up with a gun, and basically what happens is, whoever dies, I think it's first or second, if you've called Tommy Jarvis in, will respawn as Tommy Jarvis. And I've actually played as him. I got fucked. But what he can do is, well, mainly he's a fuck up for Jason, because you've got a gun you can shoot Jason with. He's got amazing like perfect stats, and I believe he boosts the team morale, which is good when you're in a group of players.
Yeah.
Also, you need to call him in for another ending, which is the really hard one to do, which is like the hardest thing to do in the game, which is kill Jason. So what you have to do for that is get Tommy Jarvis called in. You've got to fuck up Jason like 50 times. I mean, you have to get in a group of like 6 of you, all be wailing on Jason, whacking him loads of times, and after you whack him a certain number of times, his mask drops off. Someone has to pick up the mask. Then, someone needs to search the map for Jason's hut, the hut that he spawns in. In there is his mother's sweater. A female character only has to pick up the sweater, and then put the sweater on. Then, once Tommy Jarvis is in, Tommy Jarvis needs to shoot Jason, and then find a machete around the map. Once he gets a machete, what you have to do is get the guy with the machete, Tommy Jarvis, to meet up with a female character that has a sweater. Then, with the sweater, you entice Jason in, because what the sweater does is it stuns Jason, because he believes it's his mother. Then he gets really slow, and he starts walking towards the player, like slowly. And then what happens is, someone has to stun him, and then Tommy Jarvis finishes him off with a machete. It's so fucking complicated and complex, but it's fun. And then as Jason, it's the most fun experience. I got Elliot to get it as well. It's so good. The server can be a bit dodgy at times, but apart from that, the game's amazing. You should get it. Fucking hell. Especially that fear of the first time spawning in, and then the first time being Jason. It's like, oh god.
Our ancestors came from above. It looks so small from here.
Anomaly detected.
Yeah, the one downside to the game, well, it's not really a downside. One of the tips and things you kind of have to do is you have to have a mic and game chat at all times. Because if you're not in game chat, you can't communicate with the others.
Anomaly
And one thing
detected.
that kind of fucks the game sometimes is when people are in parties and they go and search for a game. Because then obviously they're all talking in party and they all know where each other are.
Deploying
Yeah.
probe.
And you're at a
I
disadvantage.
found something.
Which can suck, but most of the time people are pretty chill when they go into game chat and have a laugh. I was just laughing yesterday because there was a bunch of players. They're like, I put 40 hours into this, so I'm a bang out, and I'm like, oh, cool, and then I killed them. Oh, well. I was better than every single person in like an 8-man lobby, and they all had like days of experience. It took me one warm-up game, and then it became a bang out. Well, I'm not gonna get cocky though, because it's one of those games where you can't be, even if you're the most skilled player, you
Yeah.
can do well, but
Anomaly on sensors.
if Jason's next to you and you get unlucky, rip.
Deploying
Which
probe.
I like, it keeps it fairly fair.
Tracking a
Whereas, you know,
UAV
in a
deposit.
game like Call of Duty, if someone's the best, then GG.
A lonely system. It's almost lost in the scourge.
What else could be lost out there? Anomaly detected. Probe away. Detecting what's left of a ship.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw on the store that there's this big sale and Titanfall 2 is like £18. I was like,
I've had Titanfall 2 for ages. Love it.
I'll have you.
Yeah.
We should jump on it in a bit.
I need to re-download it though.
Nah, you gay guy.
I'm picking up something. Probe away. Anomaly found.
Killing Floor 2 is awesome as well. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, one tip about Mass Effect, do everything. Don't rush it.
Pathfinder, are we going to Volt or Navarra?
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
Perfect. You know we've got a finite set of... I got a copy of the Nexus's movie library.
Thanks. I'll look through it. It's probably all agricultural learning bits, but there might be something good. I'll keep you posted.
Hey, Ryder. What's the story?
Good talking to you, King.
Anytime.
Research. Whoa. Hmm?
Shall we go in the pool?
No.
Oh, I am. Bars is on in hers.
Again. I'll lend you 30 if you give me back the stickers.
Done. Thank you.
Someday I'll find out why you're always strapped for credits.
Pythias system. Homovios and Prodromos. Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Alright, should I go up the shop like this? My legs look brown, don't they?
Back where we really started. What's new on our first home?
The Keds still maintain a presence. Skirmishes are frequent, and travel requires caution.
I've got a cure for that. Next.
The atmosphere continues to clear, but radioactive hazards rule in some areas. Study is ongoing. And remnant remain active on the surface, but also as detected by seismic readings.
Point of contact for all this?
Your people, Pathfinder. Andromeda is expanding, with all the trials and discovery that building an outpost represents.
Armed them well enough.
All data about newly accessible EOS is from their work.
Well, let's make sure it gets the attention it deserves.
Sweet.
Fucking hell, I'm gonna kill this dog. Really fucking hell.
Gotta be a lot safer around here with those soldiers.
There. Did you feel that tremor? We've been tracking major seismic activity lately. But I don't know what's causing it. Something strange is going on out there.
An earthquake something, or a volcano something?
I'm guessing a remnant something? That could help us. EOS has massive underground rivers we can't tap, but altering those tremors just right will crack the ground for their region. Our seismic survey hammers would be perfect. All I need is someone to place them. Please.
What's a seismic survey?
Fox built them. They punch like a dozen probe in and cause vibrational changes underground. The hammers give good geophysics data, but honestly, they're just fun.
You got it. Just tell me where to go.
I've marked out the areas where the tremors seem centered. Trigger the hammers there. Just be careful. The tremors are getting worse. Anything else before we go?
I've gotta go.
Keep up the good work.
Nav points have lost supplies noted, Pathfinder.
Not but. Let's check it out.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Our outposts. And an Ark escape pod? Where did they get that?
They're not keeping it.
We need enough close Looks like Kettech.
Is that the cat leader? That's
Oh.
what they fought.
Gets us away from my son for a while.
These caves would be a good shelter. People need it.
Watch these corners.
You're a long way from the flock, little duck.
Little duck? Who is this?
Someone who's got work for you. Come to my nav point, if you think you're up for it.
Wanna look into it, little duck?
That is not becoming a thing. Looks like we have some scavenger animals in our lost supply crates.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
Quick mess to clean up. Not getting any of the supplies back this way. Sam, are you sure about this?
Yes, Pathfinder. The crates were opened using standard protocols. It's unlikely the local fauna could have accomplished this.
They're bugs, Sam. They didn't do it.
More data is required to be definitive, Pathfinder.
You're a real machine sometimes, Sam.
Okay.
So you seem pretty anti-Nexus, even for a Krogan.
That's your job around here, noticing things.
My job is to watch Ryder's back.
Who watches yours?
Guess we'll find out, big guy.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
Let's do this! Sounds like we've already had an effect.
Press on Danes. The mayor's idea. Because we have to press
Here they
on.
come! Politicians. Always helpful.
Cat Cap, should we handle it? These things will be fun to knock over. We got it.
We'll clear the cat off first. Think that's it?
Can't just have to make their mark.
I think